Hi Libra, this is Donatella, Empress of Swords. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you guys so much for returning. Please always remember to like, to share, to subscribe. This is your December 2020 till January 2021 reading. And if you guys have seen on my social media, I did announce that when I do my readings in December, I will talk about your gifts in January. Starting in 2021, you're going to have a really big gift, and it's going to be kind of like an explosion. One of your gifts is the justice. So whatever that has not been working out for you, if things have been seeming like they were not fair for you, things are going to be justified. They're going to be made more clearer, especially through 2022. One thing that you need to notice that is that at the end of 2020, you're starting to become more of yourself. So you're going to end up thinking about being financially grounded, especially to be in the position that you have always wanted to be. The one thing that's kind of really bothering you the most, Libra, that has really affected you and hindered you is maybe the feeling of lack of family connection. Maybe you had a family of your own, maybe the way that you were raised, or maybe you went through like a recent divorce or separation, or maybe you were experiencing not the traditional family life that everyone else had as a child. So this is something that you're understanding about yourself completely. And there is going to be a entrepreneurship that starts out for yourself. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus, and they could possibly be also blocking you. So whatever that means to you, or maybe you're blocking them. I don't know if they've been getting the attention. I don't know. It's like I see them crossing you, like they don't want you to have attention. You having attention is a problem to an earth sign. Like you getting any attention, it's like they're covering you. They're trying to come in front of you or cover you or block you. Other people don't. It's like they don't want other people to see you, if that makes any sense. Like they might mention you here or there, but it's like they don't want you to be exposed, because you talking more is causing them to collapse. I don't think that they were ever capable of talking about who they were, and you kind of know who they are, and they're blocking your communication, if that makes any sense. In the distant past, you were always thinking about the family life. I think that you were always thinking about commitment and having some kind of resolution, because in your past, you learned from your past. You didn't want to experience the same thing. And what you really decided on was to have a true family. But for a long time, you were stuck in a situation and you could not move. And in the recent past, you've realized that now you're actually capable of moving. You can actually move around, but you're not sure on whose love you can actually appreciate, take, or give and take from too. Sometimes you feel like that because you give a lot. You really tremendously give a lot. There is something that you need to understand, Libra, and this is going to happen in about a week or two, especially like mid-January. You were getting a sense that people working against you. You were getting that sense very heavily. And you're going to see life change. You're going to see life transform. And this is the gift that you have. You're going to give other people justice. So as soon as your justice sets off, you're going to start freeing other people. I get a vision of you being locked in a tower and like this door just like completely exploding, and you're just able to like walk out. But as the door has exploded open, you're just scared. You're even scared to just move out of that door. And about a week from now, you're going to notice nobody's in your way. They're actually willing to support you because they're starting to have the vision that you had. And it's just like this weird luck of fortune, and you're not trusting it yet. You're not trusting it until in about 2 weeks, someone is actually watching you. Someone's watching you and they're watching your work. So make sure that you do everything from your heart. Someone is developing lots of love for you as they're watching you. They want to talk to you, but it's too hard for them to talk to you. I don't know if you've made someone very intimidated where they can't communicate with you, but they feel a huge sense of emotion for you, Libra. They're going to give, so your luck and fortune. So if it has to do with work, that's going to shift in about 2 weeks. You're going to see like all of a sudden this good luck that you manifested out of nowhere. So if you thought people were hindering you, they're actually working with you. And this good luck is going to transform your life entirely. 2022 is going to completely look different than what you've ever been used to in your entire life. If you feel like your family life or your past life had been hard, like even your past, like if you believe in generational past lives, this is when you break generational karma. You give everybody justice. And once you give everybody else justice, it's like a ripple effect for everybody else. They all start feeling colorful. They all start feeling like they can just be themselves. They feel magical themselves because you make them feel inspired. They are looking at you right now. They want to know what your next step is because they're actually feeling a little inspired from it, but they're kind of feeling like, okay, what's the next step? What can work? What doesn't work? What is going to be acceptable? What's not going to be acceptable? Because it does kind of sound too good to be true, right? Wrong. It's actually manifesting. Whatever you think is going to manifest. So if you think it's going to collapse, it's literally going to collapse because you're actually manifesting justice for yourself and everyone else. So if you think it's unfair for you to receive, guess what? It's going to be unfair for you to receive. And it's going to look like that for other people. So whatever you're thinking in your mind, it's going to actually transpire. Because like I told you, I was envisioning like this bomb exploding where you're not even stuck in your tower anymore. You can actually move around and people are going to start wanting to work with you. They're looking at you and they're looking at your success and they're looking at the opportunities that you're receiving and the unsurmountable amount of love. But they also see that you're trying to rest. Could it be possible that you were affected by a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries? And maybe you're sometimes somewhat upset with them, or maybe they're sometimes somewhat upset with you. Is that possible? It seems to me either you or someone else didn't have the patience to actually discuss what you wanted to do, the dreams that you wanted to have. You never had that patience. It was just frustration after frustration without even explaining what you really wanted to do. Libra, could you have known really what you wanted to do without the experience that you had went through? You not being patient with someone else caused them to be very deceptive with you. You not being able to wait, and it causes this, or maybe they're not patient with you. So if someone wasn't patient with you or you aren't patient with them, it is causing like some kind of deceptivity because they give themselves a break, but they don't give you a break. I'm getting that sense. And in about 3 or 4 weeks, I see something coming towards you. Like someone is like rushing towards you. Like they can't believe like they deceived you or something is like clicking in their head. They realize that you're something different than they had ever experienced. And without you, they can't harness this individuality, this essence that you have, this fruitfulness that you have. And they're going towards you because they're missing that in their own life. You give them some kind of fire, some kind of sensation, some kind of justice, some kind of independence. Like you transform them into a completely different portal. You make them in a completely different life. You bring them into fantasy land. And they don't have the strength because they're trying to collect themselves. They're trying to rebuild their own life. And it's because the person that you're dealing with has had their heart broken before. And collecting yourself from that kind of heartbreak is a lot of work. And what they've been through already is too much for them to experience that again. But they're willing to make a commitment with you. But the thing is that whoever you're dealing with, Libra, right now, they're testing you as much as you're testing them. They had went through a relationship that they thought that was going to be solid for a very long time. And when that didn't work out, they were very hopeless on other relationships. But they're actually thinking that you could be the one that commits to them. The problem is that they're going to test you. And as life is picking up, as they're trying to fix their own life, they're watching you to see if you're going to disconnect from them. So that way, when the real true time comes, are you going to avoid them? They've been watching you this whole time to just see what could manifest in the next 20 years because they know the past will actually affect the future. So whatever is going on in the present, they're really watching it. But what they do see about you, though, Libra, is that when you don't receive your justice, you're very moody and you affect everyone. You take it out, not on them, but everyone else around you. Like, people could really feel your energy. And it doesn't have to be that you're being mean. It's just that you distance yourself. You're cold with everybody. You take yourself out. It's like you disappear. You completely disappear. And that also hurts them too. But as you're doing that, it builds up a lot of passion when you haven't been speaking to them either. And if they feel like they're starting to understand that something happened to you that was not fair. They're starting to realize the way that you are, the way that you hold on to things, the way that you like document things in your mind and how you calculate things and how you make all these checklists and how you do that, it's because you haven't received your own justice. But it builds a lot of passion inside of them to know that you are a person like this that exists like this. They're realizing that they've been delusional. That life could have actually changed. That you can actually self-sabotage. You've been realizing it too. They've been realizing it too. Whoever that you're dealing with, a lot of people are waking up. So you're realizing people self-sabotaged. They're realizing that they self-sabotage. You watch yourself. You watch yourself because you are the scales. You are the sign of karma. So you watch yourself. But at the same time, it's like you're understanding that there's a 360 of betrayal. Everybody's getting betrayed. When one person gets betrayed, everyone else is being betrayed. It's been like a ripple effect. There's no success when someone gets betrayed. Not for you, not for anyone else. And this is what you know. This is what you know as the justices. The scales of justice, this is something that you know. And you're going to wait because you don't want to push anything or anyone. But I see that you're going to work towards something that... There may be something in 2022. It's going to be possibly a business that you open up for yourself. It's going to be very strong by then. If you can really harness the energy that you have right now. It could all, a lot of things will change by 2022. But 2021, you're going to go into a commitment. You're going to be starting something solid. You're going to be starting something that will be for the rest of your life. You're probably possibly meeting your future spouse. Or you're making it more solid. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. If not, this person had lots of control issues. And whoever you were dealing with, like, they understand that you don't want to be controlled and they don't like to be controlled either. And they're starting to understand the reason why you are the way you are. And they don't want to be a controlling person either. So they're understanding that you need your freedom. And it makes them very attracted to you that you give them lots of freedom, but you don't judge them. So that makes them much more closer to you. And they're starting to like loosen up on their control issues, where they're actually wanting to go into a commitment because they're understanding like the person that they're dealing with is not controlling them. And they're realizing that's who you are. You're not a person that likes to control people, because you know yourself, you would never like to be controlled. You would like to inspire others, and then you walk away. They're realizing that without you, there is no family. There is no happy, stable life. And you are someone's wish come true. And without you, they don't have their wish. They are juggling. They've been juggling. And every time they juggle, they realize they're losing their finances. They're going around, they're traveling, they're vacationing, they're spending time with people that don't even care. They're not even enjoying their time. And money is getting lost. So if you were dealing with someone that wasn't fruitful, it's because they were dividing their time in a very dishonest way. So the person that you're dealing with now understands like, hey, when I'm dividing my time, I'm going to lose my resources. So whoever this is, like, they're really like waking up to this idea of commitment. And they're going to take a leap of faith. So I know it sounds like a joke. It may be funny to you right now, but they want to take it to the next level. So if you feel like you've been hidden, or if you feel like you've been scattered, or you feel like you had no power, or if you feel like you couldn't make a change, there's going to be a change that's going to really come in like in February, where it's like this door, it's like finally freeing you, and you could just run out and you could do what you needed to do. And you're going to get the justice that you needed for yourself and other people. There's someone that left you out in the cold and they want to come back, or you want to come back to them. But there's someone that it's like a church. Like they remind you of a church. Like that peace, that serenity. You remind them of that too. Like you remind them of that serenity, that holiness. So there's like a connection of a bond of like serenity between each other. And that's the understanding that you get between this person, is that serenity that you're learning from them. That's the bond that is growing. That's the connection that you have. There's going to be a message that comes in January, and it's going to be like something that is life transforming. Somebody has been watching you. They were thinking about the negative things that happened in their life, but because they didn't end the things that were like, I think they were really addicted to depression. I think you were dealing with someone that was just addicted to thinking negatively. And they're really realizing it. And they're realizing that they were breadcrumbing people, and they don't want to be that person anymore. And they were deceptive. So they're realizing a lot of things, and they're moving towards you. They have a lot of bad memories of what they have done. And this could be you too. Whoever it is that's walking away. So if they walked away from you, I see them wanting to come back because you give them some kind of relief to get them out of anxiety. So if somebody walked away from you, they're going to come back to get relief from you. It might not be right away, but this is going to be something that they work on towards the journey, and it's going to have a ripple effect with other people, if that makes any sense. It's going to get you out of anxiety forgiving this person. This person thinks that you like being single because they see that you're very successful and abundant being single. They see that you have many, many options, and that intimidates them. So this doesn't have to be a partner. This can also be friends. This can be family members. But they're seeing like, wow, she could do so much, or he could do so much, that you're very capable of so much. And once you realize this yourself, there's a huge opportunity that's coming in too. So as you're realizing this, other people are realizing this about you, that you're very capable of more than what you understood about yourself before. And and whatever is not enough for you, you're gonna shut down those opportunities, those offers, because there's like an incoming powerful king that's coming in that's gonna turn everything around for you. There's a person that's watching you that, I don't know if you want to go into business for something like an entrepreneurship, or maybe it's a partner that you've been looking forward to having, or maybe like it's the next stage of your life. But something is manifesting huge, where it's everything that you put all your heart and soul to, whether it was family life, whether it was work life, whether it was your passion, whatever you're feeling, it's starting to develop. And that's why I kind of had to tell you guys about your gifts, because you're going to have the gift of justice, Libra. You're going to give yourself, as soon as you give yourself justice, as soon as that door explodes, as soon as your tower explodes, meaning that as soon as you free yourself. I'm not talking about a literal explosion, you guys. I'm talking about feeling like you're trapped, like you can't move, like you can't do something for yourself. You know, you can't, where it feels too selfish to love yourself. That feeling. You're going to start actually loving yourself to the point where you can have the job that you've always waited for, have the person in your life that you've always waited for, have the lifestyle that you've waited for all of your life. This is that moment where you start believing in yourself, where you can become the person that you've always wanted to be. There's a person that's coming in, and they're in the beginning, they're going to come in with a bit of an in and out energy, because they're not sure if because they know that if they stick around too long, you're just going to push them away. So they're understanding this about you, whether you know it or not. They want to take over they want to be a complete asset for you, but they're also worried that you're going to push them away. So if they've like ran off a little bit, they were testing to see if you were going to push them away. Because it's a burden to them. They are also insecure, and they're working on themselves. They keep bringing up things that they're insecure about because they think that you're going to call them out on these things. And they could be possibly talking to a Virgo, or if not, they put themselves in a hermit mode to heal themselves. So that way they can figure out that they're worthy enough for themselves. And they watch you so that way they can figure out what to do next, what their next approach is. Because they don't even know how to communicate with you. I don't know if you know that, notice this. This person that wants to talk to you doesn't know how to talk to you. They're worried that if they don't put their walls up, that you're so strong in your words that you're going to say something that they don't want to show to you how vulnerable they are, because you don't realize how powerful you are when you say something. And they're like really, really, really intimidated, and they don't want to show that to you at all. And they have a lot of anxiety experiencing this. They don't celebrate. They might pretend like they're celebrating. They might pretend that they're happy, but they're not going to tell you that they're not celebrating. And it's because you outcasted someone. Whatever it may, like maybe you're not waiting on them or they're not waiting on you, but they're not using their intuition because they don't know what to do. There's 4 other people that they're going to have to talk to bring together if they want to bring you in. Or they're going to have to go to a Virgo or a Gemini. It's like this person wants to ask questions about you. They want to know more about you. They're trying to manifest you, and you're in the process of manifesting them. But there's something that they're bringing together in the process because they don't want to have different options or avenues. And they don't want to end up broke either. So they're really looking into like who's around them, who's in their way. But you really make them happy, Libra. I don't know if you understand this. Like, you really, really make this person happy. Like, to the point that they're like, wow, this person's so, like, they think that you're so amazing, but they can never admit how amazing you are because how intimidated they've been. And they're worried that if they get so close to you that you're going to shut them out. But they're going to come towards you. I see them coming towards you. It's just slowly but surely. It's just your mood, believe this or not, I think your moodiness is stopping them from coming to you. Whatever that may be. Okay? So if this message resonates, let me know. Please leave it in the comments. Please always remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you guys again in January. But yeah, this person is coming towards you, and the message that I got is that your mood is affecting them. And the gift for you that you have is your level of justice. So you brought justice on yourself too, Libra. You brought justice on yourself, and justice is about to come around the corner, and it's going to be positive, actually. Because what you're trying to manifest now is something that you've always wanted. You've always wanted a happy family life. And this person is coming towards you because you amplify that energy. They know that about you. So whatever that means, let me know. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. Love you.